Hi, my name is Chris, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm playing Animal Crossing New Horizons because I've been playing this game for a little bit since the 3.0 update came out. Me and my roommate have been grinding it, but I've never really gotten into the interior decorating in any of the Animal Crossing games, so I made the regretful decision to do every single villager home in Happy Home Paradise.
God help me.
Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this fuck-ass costume, it's because I decided to record this on Festival. Probably not the best day to start this, but fuck it. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so after a quick wardrobe change... Okay, so after a real quick wardrobe change, yes, from my fridge, we leave my kitchen, and we appear magically at the airport. Next, we talk to Orville, who, by the way, is wearing his festival hat, and after one very annoying menu selection sequence later, we are in the sky. Or at least the loading screen, to get to the sky. Shh! To the singular passenger on this gigantic plane, if you look to the left, you'll see the saddest, loneliest house in existence. That is all. Shh! I do just want to let you guys know that I have played this DLC before on my original New Horizons island, but I obviously didn't play it to the extent that I want to play it on this channel. Plus, I probably only did up to the school when I originally played. I know it's not a big secret or anything, but this is not my first playthrough. Looks like we're finally touching down onto the island, so... Wow, look at that! Happy Home Paradise! Wahoo! And right as we land, we are greeted by Nico, who is probably the cutest special NPC in this game. Look at this little fucking monkey, dude. Next, I made my way over to the beach and ran under this cool little arch. Then I found this log that I could sit on and just kind of enjoyed the view, pondered life, realized that I have 400 villagers that I have to do this for. Sick. And after that just horribly unfortunate realization, I make my way into the office, where I'm greeted by Lottie, who is surprised to see me for some reason. You invited me. After skipping through a bunch of texts that I just don't care about, they start applauding me for no reason. Except this guy in the back. I don't appreciate that, buddy. Get a bigger hat. Lottie then introduces us to him as Wardell, and Wardell proceeds to give the worst introduction I've ever heard. Then, Lottie tells us that we have to change into a uniform before we get the privilege to work with her. But before I go up and change, you know I had to check out the weak-ass store that Wardell is in charge of. And I'm kinda glad I did, because this is kinda sick. After that, I went ahead upstairs, right to the locker, so we can change. On the first try this time. And we're back downstairs, just being assaulted by Lottie's yapping. This clip is at 300% speed, by the way. Then even worse, Nico starts to fucking yap at us. Why would you do this to me, monkey? And in the middle of this horrible yap fest, our first client, Eloise, shows up, hopefully to save me from this hell. And nope. In fact, we enter an even longer, more annoying yap fest. But at least this one gives a little bit more information on what we're going to be actually doing, which is Eloise's relaxing reading room. Not too thrilled on the idea of doing this. I'm not much of a reader, I don't believe in reading. And after even more yapping, which I will speed through yet again, I give a little pep talk, and we teleport to the island. Oh shit. It's the island house from my really unfunny pilot voice bit. You remember from a minute or two ago? You'll see the saddest, loneliest house in existence. It's actually not, but kinda looks like it. Nico introduces the house and the island to me and Eloise, and I just want to decorate, bro. And we're finally in the house, with all the required furniture in boxes, which is a cute touch, by the way. I love that they do that. But, of course, I'm not allowed to start until Nico tells me how cardboard boxes work. Plus, he has the audacity to tell me how decorating works in this game. I've been decorating for weeks now, brother. You do not need to tell me this information. This is DLC that came out 1 year after the release of this game. I know how to decorate. Let's see here. Calm, Animal Crossing songs. Oh, okay. That's nice. Oh yeah, that's definitely nice. Feeling calmer already. Alright, welcome back from that mid-montage. Hopefully you enjoyed it at all. I actually had to make it out of necessity because I'm a dumbass. When I did the original recording, I accidentally recorded the gameplay audio and the live voiceover audio on the same track. What you just saw was about an hour's worth of footage. I was not about to subject you guys to that torture, but I still have the ceiling and the walls to do, so a little bit of torture. Of course, not before some finishing touches on the room itself. This can be summed up as, I wanted a humidifier, change this nightstand, I want this lamp, I no longer want a humidifier, move radio, move lamp, and done. Truly riveting stuff. Now that we're at the final stretch of this first house, I just want to say the decorating in New Horizons is really good if you're into it. I feel like the devs did a really good job making sure that casual players can really find themselves enjoying decorating in this game. Okay, we are finally done. Here is a little cinematic thing for all the areas in the house, starting with the sleeping area. I decided on a little pop of white just to mix it up a little bit. It complements the yellow well. The chicken tapestry doesn't really go with it, but I like the chicken. And I added the dresser to, be able to put the books on top of it. Next, we got the living room area with a beige couch and a large TV stand with a cloth that matches the walls. And then we got the world map, which I put because I believe Eloise is well traveled. And after that is the reading area. This is where Eloise can sit in her rocking chair and just read the day away. But there's also a clock so she doesn't lose track of time. And finally, we have the beauty corner. This is where Eloise works hard on her makeup, only to be a B-tier villager at best. Like, look at those eyes, man. Something is definitely not right in that head. Eloise then starts to glaze the shit out of me, but Nico rudely interrupts us by unfortunately teleporting us back to Lottie. She greets me by asking how it went. I just decorated for an hour and a half straight. How do you think it went? You stupid fucking whatever type of creature you are. Nico just straight up dips. See ya. Then Lottie reaches into her pockets and actually pays me 6,000 Poki. She then goes on to explain what Poki is, and all I can think of is what kind of fucking Dave & Buster's bullshit is this, bro? Then I change back into my normal outfit. I buy this plant that I've seen people use as the weed plant. I also buy this double-decker beach chair that we saw when we first arrived. And then I thought, what the heck? Let me grab a piece of chow. What? 800 Poki? So after getting gypped, I left the office. Then I ran over to the beach and scared off the Twitter bird. I guess this is where he's been since he retired. And finally, I met some new friends on the beach. So, we finally made it to the end of the first episode. And what have we learned today? I am ass at decorating. And I thank anybody who had the courage and bravery to make it to the end of this video. This is my first video here, so I know it's probably going to be rough. And this is what I would consider the prologue to our overall grand journey to 400 plus villagers in Happy Home Paradise. I know in this video I only covered the one house, Eloise, but I promise in the next video we will be ramping things up. So stay tuned.
And the counter begins. Thank you for watching.
I came to Goon. 14.
Oh, and don't forget to hit that fucking subscribe button.